Hey, welcome to the Actor's Career Compass, where we give actionable, bite-sized tips to help you navigate your acting career. I'm your host, Martin Benson, and today we'll be talking about how to deal with stage fright. This is a question I get asked a lot by actors. If you have a question you'd like me to answer on this podcast, don't hesitate to email me at martin@cityheadshots.com. Great questions make for great podcast episodes. Now, first off, let's discuss where stage fright comes from. In essence, it's a fear about being judged. You're on display in front of people, in a place where you can publicly fail or mess up, and this can cause a lot of anxiety. But at its core, most stage fright is caused simply because we're focusing on the fact that we might mess up in front of somebody. And this is why you tend to have less stage fright when you're performing something that you are 100% familiar with and basically know you have zero chance of messing up. So let's see if we can tackle this. I have a few different ways that I'm going to outline that can help you deal with, manage, or even overcome stage fright. First thing, practice messing up. Get in front of some friends and try performing something, but deliberately flub your lines or pretend you forgot something. And do not tell them that you messed up on purpose. By practicing living in a state of imperfection, you'll start to become more familiar and okay with it. People who are perfectionists tend to suffer more from stage fright than others because they're not used to messing up. So by practicing messing up in smaller places where the stakes are lower, it can start to build your confidence around being okay with imperfection. So that would be my first tip, is practice messing up. Next thing, improv. So I recommend that you take a few improv classes, because if you know how to improvise, you will actually feel more confident knowing that if you ever do mess up a line in something that you're performing in, you can do a quick improv so that the audience is not even aware of it. It's not a perfect solution, right? Because obviously you want to have your lines perfect, but as long as the theater or whatever you're performing for doesn't freak out if you slightly change a line, it's not going to be a big deal. And it's way better than just freezing and having no idea what to say. So learning improv can definitely help, even if just a little bit, with overcoming stage fright. Number 3 is specializing. So I talk about something called type and brand. I talk about this frequently and how it can help you with getting more acting work. But beyond the benefit of getting more work as an actor, figuring out and specializing in just a few key types and having a better understanding of what your brand is, and then deliberately not trying to play everything, is going to allow you to specialize and become an expert in just a few key character types. And by specializing and becoming an expert, you will feel way more confident when you perform, because you're always playing roles that are easy and familiar to you. And that familiarity will make it much easier for you to feel confident and thereby feel less stage fright. Now, before we go on, let me briefly tell you about my course called A Brand You're Proud Of. This is a 3-module video program that dives deep on the exact steps you need to take to figure out your types, your brand, and what I call your passion brand. It's perfect to help you figure out not only how the industry sees you, but exactly what you'll need to do if you want the industry to start seeing you differently. If you want to figure out your types now and not have to wait for feedback from tons of people or go to endless branding workshops, send me an email, martin@cityheadshots.com. That's MARTIN at city, CITY, headshots with an S. martin@cityheadshots.com. Just tell me why you're ready to uncover your brand, and I'll send you the link to check out the course. All right, next tip to overcoming stage fright is visualization. Okay, so before any performance, if you just close your eyes and visualize the performance going well, it will help you cancel out negative visualizations of it going poorly. I'm not someone who does visualization constantly, and I don't pretend to be an expert in that sort of thing, but basically the idea is if you're constantly thinking about how you're going to mess up, that can actually impact your performance in a negative way. So instead, you want to get rid of those thoughts by focusing on the positive instead. Number 5, preparing properly. So this should go without saying that the more prepared you are in terms of memorization and understanding the scene and all of that, the more confident you're going to feel and the less stage fright you'll experience. Number 6. This is a fun one. I call this the variance method. It's something that I came up with to help some of my one-on-one clients be able to take direction better, be able to memorize their lines better, and even be able to perform more authentically. So instead of practicing performing your lines the same way each time, I recommend varying it up a lot. So, for instance, scream your lines. Or you can sing them, or you can say them while you're crying. Okay, let's pretend, for example, your line is, I am going to go to the mall today. So instead of pretending that you're just talking to someone saying, so I'm going to go to the mall today, you could scream it, I'm going to go to the mall today. Or you could sing it, I'm going to go to the mall today. Or you could say it again, like I said, while you're crying. I'm going to go to the mall today. And it's just kind of ridiculous, but you want to do it at least 3 to 4 different ways, all of your lines. And what this is going to do, it's going to help solidify your lines much more and make you a lot more comfortable and confident with them, which, of course, is going to decrease feelings of stage fright. Number 7. This one I really, really like. This is called pride words. So I came up with the concept of pride words years ago, and it's something that I dive deep on in that course I talked about earlier called A Brand You're Proud Of. Again, you can email me if you want to learn more about that course. But basically what you'll do, you're going to find 3 words that deeply describe the best aspects of your personality. And what you'll do is close your eyes right before you perform, and you're going to deeply feel each one of those 3 words, one after another. For instance, if your words are loving, strong, and intelligent, you're going to close your eyes and you're going to think loving. And you're just going to feel it, loving. And then you're going to move on to the next word, strong. And you're keeping your eyes closed, strong, and you feel strong. And then intelligent, and you feel intelligence. And after you do this, when you open your eyes, you're going to suddenly feel much more grounded and positive. You're going to fully feel these positive emotions from each of these words. And because it's difficult for the body to hold too many conflicting emotions at the same time, oftentimes actors will experience that they've suddenly replaced their feelings of worry and nervousness and stage fright with these positive feelings that come from those pride words. Finally, the last way to minimize stage fright is analysis. So after each performance you do that gets recorded, you absolutely must watch and analyze it, looking for ways to get better. The more you analyze your own performances and study yourself, the more you'll learn and the more confident you'll feel. A lot of actors don't want to watch performances that they do. It just makes them uncomfortable, so they never actually watch. And the problem is that they never know or see what they're doing wrong. And that not knowing if something is wrong or off about their acting, it actually causes unconscious feelings of anxiety and stage fright whenever they perform. It's just like in the back of their head somewhere, they're like, I don't know whether my acting is good or bad or if I'm messing up somewhere. And I'm afraid, I don't want to know, so I'm not going to watch it. And it's just like a negative downward spiral. So you force yourself to watch and analyze your performance. And in the next couple of weeks, the upcoming podcast episodes that I have are actually going to be talking in depth about how to analyze your own performances by grading them in different levels. I call it the 4 levels of acting. And also a really good podcast episode coming up on indication and how to remove that from your performances. So analysis is critical. Try some of these tips out, and they should absolutely help you start to overcome stage fright pretty quickly. That's pretty much it. Thanks for listening. If you want more great tips like these, sign up for my newsletter. Each week, I send out actionable bite-sized tips to help you grow your acting career and improve your technique. I also share information about courses and some workshops that I run. If you visit actorsuccesscoach.com, you can enter your name and email and stay up to date on the latest and best industry hacks and secrets that I'll be sharing. Thank you so much, and I will see you soon.